Hi everybody, this is the tutorial for Stay. My name is Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's get stuck straight in. To play the song the easiest, we need a capo on the 3rd fret. If you're in need of a capo, there is a link to one in the description below, so feel free to check that out. Now, there is an introduction, and we need 3 chords to get through this one. The first chord is a G major chord, which, in reference to the capo, is a 3 on the E string, 2 on the A, 0, 0, 0 on the D, G and B, 3 on the high E. If you're familiar with the G chord with a 3 on the B string, feel free to use that one as well. It's the same, well, different voicing for the same chord. The second chord that we need is a C major chord. So I'm going to show you what they use on the track, and then I'm going to show you an easier version if you're a little bit more of a beginner. So the full C chord is a 3 on the A string, 2 on the D, an open G, 1 on the B, and an open E. Don't play the low E string for that one. That's the version you're going to see me use. However, because there's fast changes to and from the C major chord, what you could do, if you're coming from a G chord, there's your G shape, move these 2 fingers down a string. It's a C major 7 chord, but it works really well for this track. So yeah, you can either use that one or this one, which you'll see me use. The next chord we need is an A minor chord, which is an open A, 2, 2 on the D and G, 1 on the B, and an open E. Now I did say there was 3 chords, there's actually 4, I can't count today apparently. The last chord we need is an E minor chord, which is an open E, 2, 2 on the A and D, and then 0 on the remaining. So, 4 chords to get us through the introduction. And the introduction has what we call some stabs, some musical stabs. And what that means is hit a chord and then have silence. And what's going to happen is we push early with that G chord. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it comes in just before that first beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that's the first half. So we go from a G to a C, a G to an A minor. And both Gs push early. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'll notice the C shape and the A minor came in after what is technically 7 beats. So it'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So after 7 there. I'll demonstrate that once more, but then I'm going to continue where the E minor comes in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, G, C, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So going from that E minor, there's a few changes. First of all, E minor, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, G. So on that 3rd beat of this next bar, there's a G, then a C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then 3 big hits of a C major chord. So there's a lot going on there. I'm going to play through it all in one go with me counting along. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's well worth getting used to that because that chorus, you're going to see that quite a lot in this song where we really stress those beats. However, there is a first verse where things change, so it's worth mentioning that if you'd like the chord chart for this song, which has the full chords with all of the structure, as well as another sheet with the chords and lyrics matched up, let's say you're singing or playing along and you need to know which chord goes with which lyric, head on over to Patreon, I've got you covered. For the price of a coffee, you get access to not only this song, but well over 650 songs of all the latest releases, including a ton of Myles Smith songs as well. Now, digging into that first verse, we essentially have the same thing, but we start chugging away in the gaps. So instead of playing a chord and then having silence, what we have is this. So you can see I'm playing the same thing as before, same chord order. I'm stressing and accenting those chords in the same way. It's just the silence is now overtaken by palm muted chords. And if you're not familiar with palm muting, that's where we take this part of your hand, lightly resting on the strings here. So you get a somewhat dampened sound, muted sound, and we just chug away with lots of downstrokes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now for the first verse, which is what I've just done there, you will actually play it 2 times in a row. That was just once. For the first verse, 2 times. We then get to a chorus. Now the chorus is in 2 different forms. The first half of the chorus is literally chord for chord, the same as the introduction where we have those musical stabs. However, the second half is where we start strumming in between. So for example, I'm going to play through the full chorus. First time, just like the intro. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, strum, 2, 3, 4. So it's kind of like a bit of a mix and match between the first chorus and the verse. Instead of palm muting, where we're filling out those gaps, we're just strumming. And you can see I was just largely going down and up all the way through that, keeping a consistent beat, but still playing those accented chords at the right time, if I get my words out. At that point, we have a second verse. And just looking over to my notes, which is what's available on Patreon, we have exactly the same verse as what we did in the first verse. Chord for chord, having those stabs where we're chugging away in the background. And so on and so forth. Play that round twice for the second verse. We then have a chorus, note for note, the same as the first chorus, so let's just skip over that part. There is then a really small interlude which links us to the bridge, and that's just 2 bars of G. We then get a bridge where we have some new chords getting played, so it might be worth checking out that link to everything on Patreon, so it's all wrote down. However, we have a D major chord. D major is an open D, 2 on the G, 3 on the B, 2 on the high E. And what we do is we play that for a bar, E minor, C major for 2 bars, and that repeats. After that, there is a guitar solo where we play the same 3 chords 2 more times round. So the guitar solo is a little bit out the scope of this video. I'm focusing purely on the chords, the harmony of it. If you are interested in the solo, leave a comment in the description below, in the comment section below, and if there's enough interest, I'll make a video all of the solo. However, it's literally the same chords as the bridge. We then have another chorus where we go back to playing the stabs and then the strumming part afterwards. And once you've played that, you've got yourself to the end of the song. So if you found that useful, please like and subscribe. That really helps out my channel, and consider getting that extra material over on Patreon. So I also want to say a very quick thanks to the people scrolling by on the screen. Those folks are my active patrons. The moment this video goes live, they'll get access to that content straight away. So thanks to them for their support. Thanks to you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.